All right, everybody, welcome back to the stream. My name is Micah. We're going to be flying a brand new aircraft that's not available to anyone really yet, except for those few that the developer has allowed to have early access to, and that is, of course, the E-Jets by X-Craft. We are going to be flying the 145 variant LR, the long-range version. And we'll be getting to that in just a moment. I don't want to get there first because I do want to also mention that tonight is kind of a good, well, it's a good night. It's a good night. Good evening, everybody. Let me go ahead and say hey, everybody that's in the chat. Georgia Transparency, what's up? Welcome aboard, Levi, Mickey, Mike, and Good Deeds Fishing. Good evening to everyone who is here. I really appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, man, I really like that music. Funny enough, well, I'll get into that later. But it's not epidemic, but it's kind of like it, right? But anyway, all right, so what we're first going to do, I want to show you guys where we're going to be flying out of. So today's kind of special in several different ways. Of course, we have which is the main theme tonight, which is the ERJ-145 LR that will be showing you tonight. I've been flying it for about a week now. HD Sim, hello, sir, welcome aboard. I've been flying for about a week now, maybe just over a week. That's about right, about a week. And I've put in some hours with it. I really enjoy it. It's a lovely aircraft, and we're going to get to that in just a moment. Farmer Tech, hello, welcome aboard, sir. But first, what I want to do is I want to go over where we're going to be flying from. We're going to be doing 2 legs tonight, so I'll be flying from Tulsa to Nashville and then Nashville to Columbia. Yeah, I need that music link. Hope all is well. Yeah, man, I'll shoot you over to it. I'll shoot you a copy. All is doing well. Appreciate you for the spirit-based economy. 1 month. Well, good. You now have, if you guys haven't noticed, I did change up the emojis and the badges. So now you have the little silver stripe across the logo with 1 month. I think 3 months you get 2 stripes. 6 months you get 3. 1 year you get 4. And then 2 years I think you get a star. Anyway. All right. So what we're doing for Tulsa, Nashville to Columbia. So the first flight today will be from Tulsa to Nashville. It will be offline, not on VADSIM, because I want to give you guys the opportunity to ask questions and allow me to really be involved with the aircraft and showcase it to you appropriately without me having to be distracted with air traffic control and stuff like that. So we're gonna be able to do that, and that gives us some leeway of like, hey, you want to see me shoot a certain type of approach or something like that. It gives us that leeway. So the first leg will not be on VATSIM. The second leg will be on VATSIM. So if you want to join on the second leg, we'll be flying from Nashville over to Columbia, South Carolina. What's the cost going to be? I don't know. So let me right off the bat, I do not have a cost, and I do not have a release date yet. He doesn't even have a release date yet. He is graciously... Hold on, my internet has decided to... My internet's crapping out on me right now. Hold on. All right, I think we're back. For some reason, it decided to just drop everything right then. Not my computer, just it appears to be just the internet was the problem there. Because, yeah. What was I saying? I don't even remember what I was saying. Okay, so first leg, Tulsa, Nashville, Columbia. Gives us plenty of time to, talk about stuff and whatever. All right, well, let's see. What's the cost going to be? Oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about. I do not have a cost. I do not have a release date. He has not set it. They have not set a release date. X-Crafts has not set a release date, mainly because they don't want to release something that's not ready. Myself and a few other creators have been given early access to the aircraft with a open invitation to stream it if we wanted to. It was not a requirement. There is no, hooks on this. I don't have to say good things about this. If there's a problem with it, I'll mention a problem. I'll bring it up. So there's no, requirement for to say anything in particular. That's important to me. On top of that, of course, it is still early access, so don't expect everything to be perfect because it's not done yet. They are still working on some of the issues that are known issues that they're working on. We can talk about that when we get to it. But first, I want to show you guys this beautiful airport. So this is Tulsa, KTUL, by Fly Too High, that has been ported over and into my X-Plane 12. So this is ported over by a kind gentleman called Captain Lee. He is working with Fly Too High to get their airports moved over from Microsoft over into X-Plane. And let me tell you, it's a great looking textured aircraft. I mean, all the buildings are custom made assets. They are not ploppables. They are not auto gen. They are custom made. International paper. This is an actual, sorry, not international, but international. The bus company is modeled here. I mean, everything that you expect at Tulsa is modeled here, and it's in pretty good detail. I mean, who does the air conditioning vents, right? So I have flown in and out of this airport several times since it was provided to me, and I thought, what better way to showcase a smaller airport than to fly regional aircraft out of it, right? So yeah, it's a great looking aircraft. Textures and everything look great. So just on the grass, let me talk about the grass real fast, because this was an interesting discussion between me and the developer here. So if you look at the grass here, you can see it's the old X2D grass. And the reason why that is the case is because Laminar Research, in their brilliance, has decided that grass should cast shadows. So if you use the new grass textures, every single one of these casts shadows. Every single blade casts shadows, and that will tank your frames by 60 to 70%, like that. It's insane. Every blade of glass is cast a shadow. It's insane. So they had to actually switch back to the old grass, and that's why it looks like this, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to fly here. And Microsoft doesn't have every blade of grass casting shadows. So I'm not sure why Laminar Research thought that was a brilliant idea, because it's not. But anyway, so that was a fun time figuring that out. Yeah, great model tower. I mean, guys, this is exactly what it looks like in real life. It's fantastic. It really is. It's just fantastic. Love it. Yeah, exactly. As you said, Tulsa is a must-have. So I just wanted to show this out to you, show this to you guys, showcase it, whatever you want to call it. Great detail. You got Atlantic over here. Yeah, even on high NPCs, dude. On mine, I mean, my specs, let me just put in the specs here. It blew my mind. So even on mine, so I got 64 gigabytes of DDR5. I'm running on an NVMe. I've got the Radeon RTX 30 is not what I have anymore. I have a Radeon 9070 XTX, and it was tanking my frames down below 20 FPS just because of the shadows in the grass. So I'm not sure why Laminar thought that was a smart thing, and because it's not. But anyway, all right. So yeah, lovely, lovely airport. Do highly recommend it, guys. They're not too expensive or anything like that. And it's just a great add-on if you're in the Tulsa area or you like to fly a regional aircraft. There's Tulsa in the background right there. It's a great little airport. Not too big, but also not too small. All right, so let's get to the aircraft, because I know that's what you all have been waiting for and the reason you probably turned up here in the first place. Oh, let me show you the terminal real fast. So it does have an internal of the terminal as well. So if you're one of those people that wants to see the inside of an air terminal, like, you have that here too, which is kind of cool. I'm fat guys instead of five guys. Terminal except the heavies. That's a good question. I don't think this has any heavy. Well, okay, you got 767 and A330s over here. So you could accept probably regular heavies, but I would not put a heavy next to a heavy. You probably have to split it, but it can accept it. But most of these are not. Most of these are just, you know, your smaller aircraft, like a 737, for example. But I guess it can. According to this, at least it can. But to be honest, I've never flown in and out of here, so I couldn't tell you. All right, so let's move over and let's talk about what you're talking about and what you want to talk about. I guess we can go through the terminal while we're doing it. What's going on, Captain Lee? Hope you're doing well. Hold on. Is the bathrooms modeled? There's no way the bathrooms are modeled. I wouldn't model the bathrooms. No. Okay. I figured it would be the case. I figured I would check, though. But yeah, so you do have a detailed internal model, too, as well, with all the gates. So it's pretty freaking cool. Rich's World, what's going on? AJ, welcome aboard. Glad you're here with me. Yeah, all right. Let's get to what we're all wanting to see. And you probably just saw a little tip of it right there. But here at gate Alpha 10 is there toilet paper? No, it's no toilet paper. Oh my gosh. I swear, if this is a continued problem of this stream, I'm going to be so mad. It just dropped again a little bit. All right, hold on one second. I've got to turn on my fan because my fan is necessary. I'm getting kind of warm in here. Let me turn my fan on. Error one just. Oh, Mr. Delta Who is in the chat. Delta Who is one of the developers for X-Plane. Got to be careful what I say now. Arrow, when is we don't have a grass system yet, and the developer can't disable the shadows on the objects. Yeah, which is pretty much what happened. Nice to see you here. Yeah, nice to see you guys here. Hopefully, I won't embarrass you. But anyway, so here at Alpha 10, we are going to be working on getting on board the ERJ-145 LR by X-Crafts. So, without further ado, let's show you the ERJ. I'm doing a horrible job at this, apparently. Here is the ERJ by X-Crafts, and it's identical to the real thing. I mean, guys, this, again, I am not paid to say anything. I can say whatever I want. I wasn't required to stream or record or anything. Let me just say, this is a really, really good looking aircraft. The outside textures are fantastic. The PBR, the reflections, which of course utilizes the wonderful X-Plane 12 lighting system. Yes. Oh my gosh, the best airplane. Yeah, dude, this is, I'm telling you. And let me tell you how detailed this thing is here. If I can get any, can I not get any lower? I thought I could. Apparently not. Can I get in here? There we go. So like the gear, I mean, you even got the fill port for the hydraulics. I mean, come on. It's freaking awesome. I prefer the heavies, but this looks really good. It does, man. I'm telling you, it's fantastic. We are operating the Piedmont textures today, which, you know, oh, here's a, okay, explain to me what these are. If you know what these are, put it in the chat. Let me know what these things are. These yellow things at the end of the wings. If you know what those are, let me know. All right, come on, there we go. So as you can see, the engines are turning on their own because of the wind, just like the real aircraft, as you would expect. Oh man, I'm telling you, I cannot wait to show you the reversers too. These are the clamshell reversers. You know what I'm talking about? Not the like, you know, this is the clamshell ones. Dude, clamshell reversers are freaking epic. So yeah, I cannot wait to show you guys that. It's going to be awesome. But anyway, yeah, so I mean, the exterior textures are fantastic. It really is a great modeled aircraft. The windows here are dynamic, so they do open and close. I don't get to open and close them, but they're just kind of random. Yeah, all right, so with all that being said, are y'all ready to go inside? I'm pretty sure the yellow things are static exports. Static exports. Static exports. Yeah, that's a great question. What is a static export? I honestly don't know. What's a static export? I honestly don't know what it is. I'll be honest. I honestly don't know what it is. All right, let's jump inside the aircraft here, and we'll see what the cockpit looks like, shall we? All right. So here is the cockpit of the ERJ-145. We have great texturing on. Oop, went too far. There we go. On all the things, yellow things that are flux capacitors. Here's the thing. Okay, so some of you guys like aircraft that look brand new, and that's fine. Having flown in real aircraft, I cannot stress to you how nothing is brand new. Like all the time they're used and abused. But yeah, you can see all these textures have basically use on them. And if you think about it, the 145s are an old aircraft. And so you expect to have them be worn, look teared and tattered, but still in good repair. And that's exactly what we have here, which is fantastic. So we'll get to the EFB here in a second, but I just want to show you, kind of give you guys a glimpse at the panel and everything like that. And it looks great to me. I mean, honestly, it looks very good. Very good. So let's see. Let's see. Good to see you. How are the ERJ so far? They are, I mean, I thoroughly enjoying them, but we'll let you guys make up your own minds today. See, when are we getting more night lighting options? Definitely not for a while since it's not on the roadmap. Everyone keeps yelling at us for next gen. That is true. Everyone is yelling at you for next generation scenery, and I am one of them. So keep working on that. Bordelons are fixed aerodynamic devices on aircraft wings used to improve handling at low speeds. Okay. Makes sense, I guess. Yeah, dude, the multi-threading really helped. I'll be honest. It helped a lot. The yellow fins are there to help install characters and airflow at low speed. Yeah, it's okay. Perfect. Yep, that makes total sense. Almost like wing vortices, like the vortices you see on top of wings sometimes. You'll get that. All right, let's get to the EFB. Let me show you what we got in here. So with the X-Crafts EFB, you've got basic ground services, ground objects, GPU. You can open the doors. You can put engine covers on and off. You have a weight and balance, which will request it through SimBrief here, or you can put in just a manual load sheet as well. Takeoff performance, which is relatively accurate. Landing performance, also relatively accurate. Checklists, which we'll be utilizing today. And then, of course, oops, didn't mean to hit that. Settings as well. And settings just have preferences, what kind of thing you like, realistic, AHRS, alignment, things like that. And you do have sound options. You can adjust different levels of the sounds depending on your liking. So you do have all of those. Cabin announcements, we're going to keep those off today because I have my own cabin announcements that we'll be using, and all that. All right. And of course, like I mentioned in my last video uploaded about the 10 best or 10 free, top 10 free add-ons for X-Plane 12, AviTab, right? AviTab is like an absolute must. And so it's got AviTab built in. So you can get your charts and everything right here in the EFB, which is fantastic. Okay, with that being said, we are going to use the checklist and we are going to start our pre-flight because I'm sure you guys want to see how this thing flies and how it looks when it's all powered up. So we're going to do that. All right, got to go get food during the snowstorm. We ran out of food. Oh man, that's unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. Yeah, I'm sure you guys are ready for Mr. Delta Fu. I'm sure you guys are ready to be done with the next gen scenery so you don't have people continue to yell at you. You'll be in the background each sim. I appreciate it. Guys, if you're new here, I would appreciate if you subscribe. Also, don't forget to like. It's free to do, and it really helps the channel out. I really appreciate it. All right, cockpit safety equipment is checked. Circuit breakers checked. Radars are off. Gear lever, check my actual one. It is down. Gust lock is locked. It's all the way back in the back position. That means it's locked. Spoilers are closed. Physically, they are closed. Flaps, note position, do not move. They're in the up position. We'll keep them there. And then aircraft maintenance logs have been reviewed. All right, so we're going to do battery. We're going to do a, not battery power up, sorry. We're doing a GPU power up. So the way that works is we're going to start by turning on our, if you're looking for, I'm not sure what you're looking for there, Jen. If you're looking for my specs or settings, I don't have a settings option because I kind of play around with them. If you guys want to see my settings, this is what I have my settings set to. Take a screenshot, look at it to your heart's content. If you have questions about why I chose what I did, let me know. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to turn on our BAT1. This is a system I have that is built into the aircraft that comes up. It helps kind of run through stuff if you don't know what you're doing. I'm just going to dismiss this for now. So BAT1 is on, BAT2 on, and GPU is available. We'll get that on. And then what we're going to do, we're going to turn Avionics Master 1 on. And the reason we do that is because we want to be able to pull up one of our MFDs, which is going to be this one right here, so that we can actually see the electronics. And we do that, we can see if we go to Systems and Electronics, we can see that we're currently not discharging the batteries because we're getting 28.5 volts from the GPU. So we are good to go on that port. So we've done pretty much all the way to here. Next thing we want to do is we'll do the pump to on, and we'll turn on our APU and get that functioning as well. However, before we do that, I do want to go ahead and go to my weight and balance and request the load seat. And then we'll go ahead and load the plane. Perfect. All right, back to checklist here. So now we'll go overhead and we'll get our APU on. So we'll start turning pump 2 to on. Don't worry about all that you're hearing in the background. It's not important. Navs to on, APU to on. We wait a second or two, and then we click it over and let go. And then if we monitor, we should be able to see the voltage and ampage come online. We can also go to, which one is it that shows me the, I don't think it's actually started. Hold on. There we go. Now it's starting. About to say, there we go. Now it's starting. So we're seeing the APU now rise here. That's what we want. By the way, guys, if the aircraft sounds and stuff are too quiet, let me know and I'll turn it up. All right, as the APU is loading up, we got to wait 3 minutes for the APU after the start of the APU before we switch over to it to let it kind of, you know, stabilize. So we're not going to do anything with that yet for now. It's all in jest. We want it to. I'm excited to see where the system will take us. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I am excited for it. All right. Position initialization. We're going to go back. I don't know if I just, hold on. I just hit the wrong button. Nope. Not flight plan. I guess we are where we are now. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, well. This thing looks incredible. Dude, I'm telling you, I really like it. All right, so we're going to go flight plan, and what we're going to do, so our origin is Tulsa. Oh, you know what I can do now? I can go ahead and turn on the second avionics. I forgot I can do that now. So our destination today is going to be Nashville. BNA. There it is. Nope, this is X-Plane 12. 12.4. Beta 4. 12.4, Beta 4? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. All right, so we're going to Nashville. However, what we want to do is start putting in our departures and information like that. while we're doing that, let's go ahead and make an announcement of...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. My name is Micah, and I'll be your captain today, joined by our first officer and the rest of our professional cabin crew. We appreciate you choosing to fly with us this time. Please ensure all carry-on items are properly stowed and your seatbelt is fastened. Once we're underway, our flight attendants will be able to provide important safety information. Just remember to sit back, relax, enjoy the flight. Thank you again for flying with us, and welcome aboard.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this flight. We ask that you please stow your carry-on luggage in the overhead bins or under the seat in front of you. Please take your seats as soon as possible and ensure your seatbelt is securely fastened so we can have an on-time departure. Thank you and welcome aboard.
All right, so we're going to go departure. We're going to be runway 18 left, and we don't have a official departure, but the Tulsa one is going to be appropriate for what we want to do. Review that, make sure that looks good, and it does look good to you, so we'll go ahead and activate that. We'll go takeoff. Actually, we're already there. Whoopsies. Flight plan, back to flight plan. There we go. All right, so next we are going to go... Need Flight FX to drop theirs. Yeah, well... going to Meiji, Mike Alpha Yankee, Juliet India. Yeah. So Meiji, and then direct to Alpha Romeo Golf. I'm not sure which VOR that is. That is Golf, right? Yeah, it's Golf. And it's going to be this one right here. And then we can go ahead and... Now, here's where it gets a little weird. If you guys are trying to put this in, you've got to copy the destination and put it in the last via 2. And then you can go into your nav and do arrivals into Nashville. It's just kind of a little intricacy of the ERJ-145. All right, so we're going to expect runway 02 right. And we'll do the ILS. We can always change it if we want. And we're going to be... We'll just do... I don't know. Let's see. Let's see which one I want to do. Let's go to Avitab. Let's pull up Nashville. And let's see which transition I want to use for the approach here. So ILS 2 right. Yeah, I think Loudon is fine. Loudon, I think is what it is. Loudon. And we're going to be on the Chesney 3 by Lopi. And we can review that, make sure it looks good. Got discontinuity there, but it's fly as assigned, which is correct. And we'll go ahead and activate. Perfect. All right, so we've got our flight plan in, pretty much all done. Everything. Oh, this can come up actually to here. Yeah. That's fine. Perfect. All right, so we can go perf in it here. Now, I'm not worried about any of this. Full performance mode is correct. We're going to do climb, cruise, and descent is good on that. Stack and takeoff. So this right here, by the way, this is not editable yet. They are aware of that, but it will be. The goal is to have this editable by the final version. So this page right here isn't, just so you're aware. All right, initial cruise is going to be, what do we got going on here? 33,000 feet. So we'll put in 33,000. Perfect. And that's fine. Transition's correct. Speed limitation is correct altitude. Fuel on board, we'll take the gauge. We'll throw it in there. Passengers, we've got 50. Actually, it already pulled information, didn't it? Didn't it? It should have already pulled the information. Weight and balance. Yeah, so we should have takeoff 45,663. Gross weight's 45,464, so that doesn't look quite right. Doesn't look quite right. 45,663 for takeoff. Let's load the plane again there. Okay. We'll go with that. We'll go with it. All right, so we'll confirm the init. And we're not going to worry about any of this or that. Go ahead. Next page looks good. Takeoff looks good. We're going to go flaps 9 on departure. Takeoff weight 45464. We'll confirm that initialization. and we should have a 4-knot headwind, 1-knot crosswind on departure. And these are our V speeds. It's 129, 129, 139. However, we like to use this guy because this is more accurate. And a lot of actual, airliners don't use what's in there. They use a separate system for it. All right, let's pull the winds and what we've got going on here for that. Hold on, why did that move? Stop moving around. Okay, there we go. If you guys have any questions about the aircraft, please let me know. I'm happy to answer anything that I can't answer. If I don't know the answer, I will tell you I don't know the answer. All right, so 190 at 7. Temperature is, what is that? -3. Ooh, it's chilly here in Tulsa. QNH is going to be 3050. That's pretty high pressure. Takeoff 1 thrust and 9. Compute that. Flying the E-jets right now to get a little more familiar with this AP. Yeah, it is different. All right, we're going to send a PFD. So what that's going to do is that's going to automatically put them into our PFD. So we don't have to worry about going in and manually putting them in. If you wanted to manually put them in, you can. It's over here. I can't remember where that was. Yeah, so speeds, you can put them in there, but I'm not going to be doing that today. But if you wanted to, you could. All right, let's go back to the checklist. Okay, so APU is on now. We should be good to go ahead and switch it over to the APU. And we go off GPU. And we're going to go override, because if we don't, it's going to start freaking out on us about the use of it being overloaded. But we can just override the bus real fast and we'll be fine until we get the engine started. We're going to get the red beacon on because we are going to be pushing back shortly. And we're going to go ahead and dismiss the GPU, ground objects, close up the passenger door. The ERJ systems have a lot more system and depth than the E-jets. Yes. That is my experience as well. So it's honestly, it's a pleasure, man. It's really great. There's a lot more to it that I'm not even covering right now because I'm not an expert on it. And I would feel like if I started to talk about it, I would make a fool of myself and say something stupid. We're going to put in 33,000 for our initial. I know that's crazy for our initial, but it's just easier. But it's fine. All right. So we got that on. We can go ahead and turn on our seat belts and no smoking as well. Let's go ahead and call better pushback and get us ready for pushback as well. All right, we're going to be going. What's our part drawing? 1.8 left. So where is 1.8 left compared to us? Yoke is wild. Yeah, man, that's the ERJ way. That's the ERJ way. They have crazy yokes. Crazy yokes. Okay. So we're going to be 1.8 left up here. So we, no, I did not mean to do that. So we need to push back to the right and we'll go up Juliet, looks like. Okay.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
All right, better push back. We'll go ahead and say start push back.
Tow is driving up.
Detached jetway. Is tail number November 909 Alpha Echo? If so, I've been on the exact area. Really? No way. Yeah, this is no, it's 9683 November 683 Alpha Echo. 683 Alpha Echo. But if you want to make a livery with one, I'm sure you could. So always surprised me there isn't a standard. Like Airbus and Boeing, totally different. And the ERJs use a Y instead of a U on the Boeing. Yep. It's whatever you want to do, I guess. Whatever you want to do. All right. We'll get pump 2 on. We'll go ahead and open these. We're not going to turn them on yet, but we'll get them ready to go.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
XP-11 ships with a November 909 FICO American operating Piedmont livery. Cool. Yeah, this one's a little different. Doesn't have that.
Winching strap and adapter in position. Release parking brake when ready to start pushback.
All right, we are ready to start pushback. Actually, let me move that up there. Release pushback. And once we start pushing back, we'll get these engines started.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
All right, so we're going to go start with number 2. We'll hit run. Wait a couple seconds. Start. Here, it automatically turn off. We'll get the takeoff date a little bit later.
Have a pleasant experience with us today. At this time, I would like to review some of the safety features of this Embraer 145. Please refer to the safety information card located in the seat pocket in front of you. You can follow along as I point out the airplane's safety features. There are 4 clearly marked exits. The main cabin door.
All right. I thought I turned off the announcements. Did I not? Yeah, I did. I don't know why they're still... There we go. I can manually turn them off. All right. And then engine number 1 to run. Wait a couple seconds. Start. Release.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we have your attention for the safety demonstration?
Hold on. Why did that play that? That shouldn't have played that.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we have your attention for a brief safety demonstration. Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened,
Disconnecting tow.
your seat back
Stand
is
by.
upright, and your tray table is stowed. Please review the safety card located in the seat pocket in front of you. In the unlikely event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen mask will drop from the panel above you. Pull the mask down to start the flow of oxygen, place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally. Note that oxygen is flowing even if the bag does not inflate. Put on your mask first before assisting others. On this ERJ-145 aircraft, there are 4 emergency exits, 2 located in the front and 2 over the wings. Please identify your nearest exit. Keep in mind it may be behind you. In the unlikely event of a water landing, this aircraft is equipped with life rafts. Additionally, the slides may also be used as flotation
Tow is disconnected
devices.
and bypass bin has
Life
been
vests are
removed.
located
Hand
below
signal
your
on the
seat.
left. We'll
Thank
see you
for your
next time
attention,
and have a
we
safe
wish
flight.
you a pleasant flight.
Alrighty. Let's go takeoff data now. What we're going to do is we're going to click this to get us up here so I can see it. We're going to go takeoff. Select. Looks good. -2 degrees Celsius looks good. No ice. Looks good. Takeoff data is good to go. I know this is off topic, but I wanted to say thanks for teaching me the 737 until I found the video. I didn't consider using Boeing. Always use the A320, so thanks. You are most welcome, Kukat. You're most welcome. I love teaching people things, so good job. Good job on learning it, too, and jumping and doing something uncomfortable. All right, electric pumps coming on, and AP bleed come off. Engine bleeds on, auto, APU off, and off over override to a regular. Rival ERJ pilot in the chat, so if you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Hey, I'm sure if you see something I'm doing wrong, let me know. Love to do the right thing. I just found the yoke on these just rather... Yeah, they're all different. They're definitely different. All right, logo, taxi light can be on. Keep the rest off. Looks pretty good to me. Oh, emergency lights. I never armed the emergency lights. Whoopsies. That's on me. All right, so we are pretty much ready for taxi. We're going to be taxiing to runway 18 left, and we're going to be via Juliet, and then Juliet 1. So yeah, Juliet pretty much all the way. Looks like we're getting nice around 60 FPS, which is really nice. Love to see that. Love to see that. Even in such a detailed aircraft, love to see it. All right, let's see here if we've got everything good to go. Let's go and set flaps to 9 as we expect. And that's good. All right. And what is our... I won't worry about that right now. All right, we'll go parking brake in. All right, and we are ready to roll. So this aircraft will roll on its own, but it is not very fast without adding a little bit of thrust. But it doesn't take a lot of thrust to get going. So one thing to know about this aircraft, it does not have auto throttle. And you may be thinking, oh, well, all the other ERJs have auto throttle. Yeah, they do, except for anything of the 145 variant, the 130 variant, 140, any of those. They do not have an auto throttle. They do have a thrust set system, but it is not an auto throttle. And you'll see that once we get flying here. You do have to adjust the throttle, kind of like in the CRJ, where you don't have an auto throttle in that either. That's kind of pretty much the same there. So we will be having to manually set those speeds once we get into our cruise flight. I feel that auto throttle is not needed. Write a paper on it. Yeah. Oh, you know what I didn't do either? I didn't set my barometric pressure as 3050, right? It's crazy high. Crazy high. We are going to go ahead and set our nav reference to FMS. And we're going to cross runway 826 on Juliet here. This was one of my favorite add-ons for X-Plane 11. The one I flew had, I had hoped Marco would have just ported over to 12. Glad it's almost here. Yep, it's almost here. It is almost here. I do not have a exact release date yet, but it is coming, and soon. All right, got my pitch trim set to 7. Let me get the controls up here so you guys can see.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for takeoff.
All right, we're going to set our speed to 200 initially on departure. Where we're taxiing, we'll go ahead and bring up our checklist here. And And taxi checklist, AP bleed closed, engine bleeds open. Ooh, getting off track here. This is why you need 2 pilots, not just 1. Get off track. Guys, have already go smash that like button for me. We are going for 40 likes tonight. 40 likes tonight. And it won't happen unless you help out. All right. Ooh, this guy's wanting to scoot. Appreciate it, Mike Coffee. All right, PA is complete. Verify set 9 degrees is completed. Brake temps look good. Gas checked. Fuel panel balance check. Cross feeds off. Confirm. It's off. Ignition auto or on. Windshield heat 1 and 2 on. Oh, here's a question for you, Titus Matthew. Here's a question for you. You know, depending on the system, the button being striped or not means on or off. What I don't know is if the windshield heat, if off means it's good. I'm assuming off means it's good, but I honestly don't know. So if you know the answer to that question, that would be great. All right. 1, 2 on. Gust lock is free. Confirm. Gust lock is free. It's full forward. It is free. Flight controls, check free and clear. We'll do that now because we always check our systems. Why? Because if we don't, that's when we don't have controls. Where is the controls? I know it's on here somewhere. I thought it was. Now we can look at the hydraulics. So full forward, full back, full left, full right, rudder left, rudder right. All right, looks good to me. Looks good to me. TCAS. We'll go, I don't know what we want to put this on. Put 6111. Sure, why not? Memory serves me correct. Lights off. The ERJ main systems is on and running. Yes, except for the APU bleed. That if it's striped, it means it's on and running. Same with the GPU and APU. Or sorry, the GPU. So it's like not everything is, but most things are. If that makes sense. It's not a. I don't know why it's that way. All right, fuel, minimum fuel on board. What do we got right now? We've got 6160, and my minimum takeoff was. Oh yeah, we're good. We're good. Exterior lights set. We want to get our strobes on. Takeoff lights on. Stereo's already on. Everything but inspection is on and locked. Looks good there. Runway is going to be 18 left. Alrighty, cool. Here we go, guys. If you guys have them in chat, be ready to hit that toga button. How high can this thing go? You know, that's a great question that I don't have an answer to. What the max altitude of the ERJ-145 is. I'd Google it. It's probably going to get you a much faster answer than me because that's exactly what I would do. To give you an answer is Google it. $37,000 feet. Awesome. JM Gaming, what's going on? All right, here we go. .18 left on the runway. I do want to go here real fast. Sound. Those engine sounds up. Alrighty. There's 50. Lock toga. Thrust is locked. Here comes the V1 and the rotate. Get those emojis ready. V1. Rotate. Gear up. All right, and now we're going to set speed. Heading mode, AP. And we'll set speed to 200. And now we'll go flight plan. Direct to Maji. And we'll go heading mode over towards Maji. Oh yeah, now I need to set to climb. There we go, thrust set climb. And we'll keep this heading around until we get to our on course heading here. Oop, overshot it. Overshot it. All right, flaps. Firm up. Coming up. And intercept, so we can go nav now, and it'll take us straight to Meiji. All right, after takeoff, landing gears up, flaps up, thrust rating climb, ECAS checked, pressurization check, confirm. Pressurization it is going up 700 feet per minute. Packs, make sure they came back online. They are. Ice detection overrides auto exterior lights, nose and taxi off. So taxi can come off and nose off as well. And we're up and out of here, guys. This beautiful ERJ-145. What throttle controls are you using? I am using the ProDesk Sim 737 on the Bravo throttle quadrant. That's what I'm using right now. And if you're interested in it, there's a link in the description down below. You can check them out. You can use my discount code Micah 10% off. I do recommend them. I use them myself every time I fly. There's 10,000 feet. That means we are now clear for higher speeds. We're going to go flight level change now. And we'll pitch down for speed until we reach our climb speed, which we had already set. We can go ahead and turn off our landing lights now. And our stereo light can come off now as well. And we are on the way, guys. And gals. And that's that, guys. I mean, it really is. Sorry for the ear ripping sounds. It's very loud on the outside. Just so you're aware. Just so you're aware. And this is why I like SimHaven. I mean, the fact that you now actually have the actual buildings in place, I mean, come on. Don't get that in default X-Plane. No, you don't. And then X-plane map enhancement, giving you all these detailed satellite imagery as well. I mean, the placement of these is just fantastic. Yeah, of course, they're not going to be exact buildings, but at least they're there. All right, we are heading up towards our cruising altitude of 33,000 feet. If you guys would like, we could go ahead and move about the cabin here. We'll wait till 18,000 feet, and then we'll go and check out the cabin and do all that. Here comes 18,000 feet. Mickey Mike, you got work again tonight? Or did you just have work last night? All right, there's standard right there. Go ahead and open this up. Notice the May the Force be with you. Calling anyone Shirley in the cockpit, not allowed. There's all kinds of little things like that. There's also the... I have a golden ticket. I'm not sure what this means. Aircraft 610 golden ticket limit. This golden ticket ensures admittance. I'm not sure what that means, but we do have a cabin here. The cabin controls don't work, just so you know. Don't try it. A little bit of a closet. I think that's what that is. We've got our mini galley here. A couple of our snacks and drinks, which we'll get to. Let's get closer to cruising altitude. Doors must be latched closed during taxi, takeoff, turbulence, and landing. Of course. You guys ever been on an aircraft like this? You know it is small. They are small. So the only lavatory on this aircraft is all the way in the back. So like if you have to go, you got to go all the way in the back here. Man, I don't think I can go through this. Oh, I can. There's nothing here. Okay. But there is a cargo area. That's kind of cool. Talfa, I hate these planes personally. I can't stand up. Yes, that is very true. Yeah, you're stuck. Have to bend over. You are stuck having to bend over, aren't you? I'm just tall enough where I can stand up, so it's okay for me, but I definitely feel that. Bathroom not represents that's okay. Yeah, it's all right. I'm not a big guy like, oh, it's gonna have the bathroom. No, it doesn't. All right, we can get seatbelt sign off.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You are now free to move about the cabin. However, we recommend you keep your seatbelt fastened while seated in case of any unexpected rough air.
Got a chance to walk through a Concorde in Seattle, and it was super tight. I felt like I was on a regional. Yeah, so that was also a very tight aircraft. You're very, very true. That's very correct. It's very true. And that's, they didn't have a ton of space. It was mostly fuel and engines. Like, that's what kept the Concorde flying. So, lots of fuel and engines. Not so much luxury space. But you think about it, you know, the space wasn't as necessary because you get there faster. So, you know, gotta sacrifice something, I guess. I want to see people in the back and affecting weight. We need to go supersonic because I wouldn't want to be on it more than a few hours. Yeah. $28,000 feet. Welcome back, Georgia. A nice little tailwind, 58 knots. So on Gussie Boy Gaming, welcome aboard.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our cruising altitude and will begin our in-flight services. We offer a variety of complimentary beverages and snacks. We also have premium drinks and meals available for purchase. We accept all major credit and debit cards. Thank you for your attention. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Does the checklist follow well with the aircraft? Yes, it does. It does, indeed. It sure does. So we got probably a good 40-minute cruise, something like that, today. So we're going to make sure we're going to be going as expeditiously as possible up at cruise. They have a Concord at the medium in Seattle. It's all opened up and you can walk around inside. Yeah, I haven't been there. So here comes where auto throttle would be nice, but is not a not realistic. Even though click. Anyway, you know what I mean. Well, yeah. Anyway, what you can do, or what you're going to do, is you hit the cruise thrust rating. That's going to decrease thrust, but not too much that you can't get up to your cruising speed, which today is going to be 0.74 Mach. So I'm going to let it get up to 0.74, and then I'm going to take the throttles and I'm going to bring them back just a little bit. Hope you guys are enjoying the music. For me, flight dynamics is more important in the sim than looks. So that would be real nice. That'd be nice too, sorry. Yeah, so and you'll see this on landing, I really enjoy the flight dynamics. I find it very easy to fly this thing. All right, approaching our cruise. Nope, no auto throttle, which is real. So the ERJ-145, 140, 135, 130, they never came with auto throttle. Unlike the ERJ-175, 170, the 195, 190, that does, the younger brother of them, or older brother of them, smaller older brother, do not. So what we have to do is we have to manually pull back the throttle, maintain speed. And we got that trimmed magenta line that'll show us if we're, you know, trending in the right direction. And it looks like we're pretty stable. It has the UAT system. Yes. It has the you can do it. Just a teeny bit more. It does have a weight sheet that shows where your inwind speed. You know, that's a good question. I don't have one. I don't know if that's... there is in the instruction, there's like a expanded procedures checklist that you can use. It's basically like a tutorial in writing. And it basically says, you know, set it to cruise thrust rating, which we've done, and then you pull it back a notch. And usually that sets it pretty good. So I find it usually takes me about, you know, 2 to 3 minutes to get it set just right, and then it's good to go. Hard to play this game. Well, it's a simulator, so yes. And once you get it set, unless you make some change, you're really usually good. Not when you can leave and go get a cup of coffee. You know, you can once everything's, you know, kind of set. But again, this is like a regional hopper, so typically the flights you're going to be flying anyway aren't going to be, you know, they're not long hauls, right? How many time you are learn controls? I'm not sure what you mean. So we're about where we need to be, which it looks about 78.7, 78.8 on N1. And you're going to get fluctuations like we're seeing now. You know, you're going to get fluctuations on your PFD, on your speeds, as, you know, tailwinds and stuff affect you, and you know, oscillate a little bit and all that kind of stuff, right? But as long as you're looking for is for it to average out. So it's going to go up and down, up and down. As long as it's staying around there, you're good to go. I'm planning to open up the VA this week. A few minor tweaks to do. Awesome. Fantastic. Make sure you put that out on my Discord. And if you add the 145 in there, I'll do some flights in it because it's a lot of fun to fly. I'm telling you guys. It's a lot of fun to fly. God, this stuff bothers the heck out of me. Next gen scenery, and that's what I want to see out of 12.5. We get the 145 added. You can share the 145 specs for the X-Craft. Yes, I can. I can do that. All right, let's see how far we are from top descent. Yeah, we're about 25 minutes top of descent, maybe 30. Do you know that this aircraft worked with any of the wing hardware, mainly the FMC? Honestly, I do not know. You know, the thing with Wing is that it's not going to be the same, right? I mean, the setup is quite different. The buttons are quite different. So I would doubt that it would work with it. But I could be wrong. You can always try it, Matt. You know, I don't know. But yeah, so this, again, we don't have a release date yet on this particular aircraft. But we are expecting it to come out in the next month or so, maybe 2 months, 3 months. It's going to be soon. But I don't have a specific date yet. And I don't have a price either. This is ridiculous. Let me see if I can adjust that. Exterior sound. Aircraft exterior. That's better, but still, good grief. Have you done a cabin tour? Yes, I have. I could do another one if you would like. It's not a big cabin, but it does have a cabin. So you have a little closet area right here. You have the flight attendant seat, the door, of course. And then you get into the main cabin here. You have the little galley with the exit door on the right. And then, of course, your seats here. And this is regional, so you're not going to have your really any first class or anything like that, right? It's pretty much the same class all the way through. And then all the way in the back here is the bathroom, which is not modeled inside. But yeah, so this is the cabin. It matches what a 145 ERJ actually looks like. You don't have any like fancy monitors or anything. It's very much a old school aircraft. don't have enough confidence to do my first flight on VATSIM. I'm assuming that's after you watch my video. Well, it takes, you know, jump on the network, listen to air traffic control talk, you know, get in a 172, get in an aircraft you really know, and just go do one lap in the pattern and call it. You know, you don't have to do anything crazy. You don't have to do a full flight or anything. My brother in X-Plane, another freeware, B2 volume control. Is that the little disc thing up here? The discs? No, I don't have that. Kind of wish the paper aircraft could add people in the seats. Start with some local VFR. Yep, that's pretty much what I agree. Yep. You could put... there are some people that have done that have people in the seats. There's some add-ons that add, like, the ground stuff. Yeah. But it would be cool to see, like, a GSX level ground stuff over here. And does Zipo have the seats populated passengers? Yes, yes, Zipo did. Little desks, yeah. All right, top percent 150 miles. Now here's where it gets tricky. So on descent, you typically would use flight level change. Flight level change will give you a 3-degree descent angle all the way down. However, you know what it doesn't do? It doesn't make sure you know, are complying with the arrival restrictions, speeds and altitudes. You have to make sure you do that manually. So it's a lot more involved on the aircraft and the planning process than, you know, with the 170, 75, 190, 195, where it has VNAV and it has auto throttle. It's definitely more difficult. I guess you can model people in the seats and the livery files. I suppose you could. Walk around, the people adds to the immersion, but here, no surprise, some don't like the walk around in 2024. Well, in real life, one has spawned into a plane. Teach their own, you know? Teach their own. I don't mind the walk around, but I would like to not have it the default option. I would prefer to start spawned in the aircraft, and if I want to walk around, I could do that. That's what if I had a choice, that's what I would do. But the developer allows you to share the base livery with me. I can do a livery for the VA for this one. I'll ask him. I don't see why that would be an issue, because it's not like you're getting the aircraft, you know? It's just a livery file, so. But I'll double check with it and make sure before I do it. Oh no, I think the walk around does look good. Don't get me wrong, I think it does, but I think you should start spawning the aircraft and then be able to walk around. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, just livery file, not the aircraft. I don't see why it'd be a problem, but I'll ask. You haven't used it? You should. I enjoy it. I think it's cool. Especially when you're like flying with other people in multiplayer. The other people show up, and so like you can see them and you can walk around, and you can fish. I mean, it's kind of cool. Honestly, it is kind of cool. So we got to make sure we're at Kinney at 280, below 19, and above 15, then Chesney above 12. So we'll make sure we'll abide by those speed restrictions. You believe the current ERJ liveries work with this new version? That's a good question. I don't know the answer to. The only thing that I would say is, you know, is it using the PBR textures and the new lighting model and stuff? Excuse me. I'm not sure how that interpolates all that. All right, so we got Loppy here. That's 55.6 nautical miles from Loppy to Kinney, so we should be fine on a 3-degree descent. Most stars are set up to where 3 degrees should work. That's because typical, like, kind of idle descent. Haven't tipped a model passengers that could deliver for X-Plane 11, 12 pretty well. Yeah, because they make it pretty easy. I mean, it's not too difficult to do them. Microsoft, on the other hand, I feel like is painfully complicated. But maybe I'm just overcomplicating it. Microsoft is a whole new ball game. Yeah. Know how to use Photoshop Blender, you can learn liveries for X-Plane really easily. Yep. All right, 100 miles, top of descent. Once we get 50, we'll start prepping for our descent. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is the longest flight of tonight. The flight from Nashville to Columbia will be shorter. Not Blender, I meant GIMP. Well, depending on the aircraft, you actually can use Blender. Depending on the file system. I can't remember what the different ones are, but there's people that do the painting in 3D. Blender for Microsoft with similar liveries. Yes, you do have to use some type of 3D modeling for those. Really? I haven't seen any, but I mean, I'm also not looking too much into it, so I don't know. Use paper charts and real tools to plan my flights in sim. There's nothing wrong with that. Occasionally I'll use ForeFlight. This is a Fiji water bottle. Is that legal? What's my least favorite plane to fly? Plane type or like by manufacturer? Maybe Fiji paid them. Maybe they did. I don't know. Type. You know, I'm not a huge fan of multi-engine turboprops. Not that I don't, you know, if I could fly one in real life, absolutely I would. But I just typically don't enjoy myself as much flying those. It's really any of them, King Airs or anything, really. You know, I've never tried a 717 or like an MD-80. I've never tried to fly anything like that. I've flown the MD, not MD-11, the A300 before, but I've never been big on the older aircraft. When it comes to the airline world, I should say. We're getting a nice 94 knot tailwind. You definitely can purchase paper sectionals. Very much still available. No, no, you absolutely can. I mean, I don't know about Canada. I don't know about Canada, but in the United States, you absolutely can. You can buy them from Pilot Store. You can buy them from what's that name of that? Yeah, My Pilot Store, Sporties. There's another one that you can get it all too that I have bought stuff from. Aircraft Spruce also has them. Sky Geek. Boeing or Airbus? I prefer to fly Boeings, though I do occasionally enjoy Airbus. You want some for Washington, Oregon, West Coast? That would be Seattle Artex. So can also download them for free if you wanted those. No, this does not have VNav. Yeah, we're gonna have to you have to do it yourself. Here is a link to where you can get all the different sectionals. It's $9 a piece. You would be wanting, I think it would be, yeah, Seattle and Klamath Falls areas probably. Yeah, it doesn't have VNav. You have speed, IAS, flight level change, or vertical speed mode. All right, so we're going to expect to get the ILS 17 right for this approach. Or 2 rights, right? I'm sure you can find updated Seattle sectional. Yeah, you absolutely can. All right, 111.75 will be in here, so we'll click this, 111.75. We'll go ahead and make this active, and we'll do it in both of them. So we have them. Plays Majus here, just 900. I don't know why. Well, it is a regional jet, and it doesn't have VNav, and it doesn't have auto throttle. So yeah, it's very similar. All right, course is going to be 021. And if I go up here, what I can do, I can set my bearing to nav 1. And that gives me a identifier here, and I can set my course. I thought I could. I guess not. I thought I could. Guess I will once I switch over. Will this E-Jet fly a Cat 3? Cat 3 requires an auto throttle system, doesn't it? I thought Cat 3 required an auto throttle system. I know you can do Cat 2 and Cat 1 and Cat 2, but I think Cat 3 requires an auto throttle system because Cat 3 gets you all the way into Autoland territory. First sectional in 1966 was 25 cents and was, I'm going to print it on one side. Wow. Yeah, things have changed a little bit. My parents offered to pay for flight school. Should I take it? If they're going to pay for it, abso-freaking-lutely. Absolutely. Let me give you the hint of how to do it the right way. Do an online ground school and study. Well, before you do that, do your medical first, third-class medical first. Make sure you don't have any medical problems that's going to prohibit you from flying. Do that first, so you don't waste any money on anything else. Online ground school second. And do that. Study hard. It matters. Study very hard. Pass your written with an above a 90%. So you want your medical done, do your online ground school, then take your written exam, then go start your lessons. You're going to save yourself about $2,000. Well, save your parents about $2,000, I should say. All right, we're going to change our altitude now down to 15,000, which is the next restriction we have on our system. And we'll hit flight level change. And it's going to pitch for 3 degrees, and we're going to reduce our throttle basically to idle. All right, that looks good. So what we can do is we can look at this right here. This is giving us our path, our 3-degree angle path. And we're looking pretty good on it right now, right off the get-go, which is good. We don't have to try to catch up or anything. And we're going to adjust our speed here to try to maintain about... We don't want, so it tells you to descend with idle throttle, but you actually don't want to. And the reason why you don't want to is because if you do, it's more of an air traffic control thing. If I go idle throttle here, I'm not going to get any faster rate of descent or anything like that. It's going to maintain the 3-degree angle, 2,000 feet per minute descent. But what it is going to do is it is going to make it where my airspeed will start dropping to the point where I'm descending at a speed that is causing problems with aircraft around me if I'm flying on VATSIM. So I like to keep just a little bit of throttle here, about 50%, just to keep my airspeed up. Not that much. There we go. That's what I like to do. I don't know if it's proper or not, but that's just what I do. All right, let's go back to descent checklist, altimeters, set. Let's go ahead and pull that from Nashville here. It's going to be 3050 in Nashville. Pressurization, landing field, elevation. That's going to be, what do we got on that? So let me pull up my charts here. We go here. Landing elevation is going to be 600. Make sure we're still looking good here. Looking pretty good to me. All right, 600. No, wrong way. There we go. 600. Looks good there. All right, we'll go back to our checklist. Crossfeed is off. Fuel panel balance runoff checked. We'll check our... they're within 40 pounds of each other. That's perfectly fine. Landing data and speeds set verify. So we go landing performance. Nashville to right. Dry conditions. Flaps 22. Landing weight. What are we at right now? Okay. So we should be... We're estimating... that winds are 010 at 5 and QNH is 3050 as we thought. Compute that. No icing, flaps 22. All right. We'll send that to PFD. We'll have that on board. Good deal. That's complete. Landing data, speed set, verifies speed, seatbelt, shoulders, harnesses can come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats and ensure your seatbelt is securely fastened. Thank you.
All right. And exterior lights that'll come on at 10,000. All right, so if you recall, at Kinney, we need to be below 19,000 at 280 knots. So now we'll set speed, and we're going to increase our speed to 280 knots on the descent. And now we're going to be thrust idle. I feel like stall practice and assessments are so useless. Nose straight up to the sky, throttle idle, fall from the sky. Like, why? So it's to help teach you how to recover from a stall. Because if you're not careful, for example, let's say you're descending on an approach and all of a sudden, you know, someone yells, go around, air traffic says, go around, go around, go around. You know, you freak out. And instead of applying throttle first, then pulling up, you just pull straight up. And you enter a stall like that because your stall speed is so close to your landing speed. So it's about learning how stalls develop, how to recover from stalls, and how to keep a stall from becoming a spin. You'll also learn power on stalls, which are departure stalls, which are almost more likely. Yeah, one of the actually greatest disservices I think private pilots don't get is they do not get a... it's not required, I should say, to learn stalls in a turn. It's required for commercial, but not required for private. The reason why I think it's a disservice is because most people who die from stalls die during a base to final turn and don't realize that when they turn, they're increasing their stall speed. So you may have stalled at 60 knots normally, but when you're in a bank, you're based upon horizontal component lift and load factor and all this other stuff, aerodynamics, you're actually increasing your stall speed. So it could go up to 65 knots or 67 knots or even 70 knots, depending on the angle and everything else. So when that happens, you end up into a stall at an angle, potentially a spin, at such a low altitude you can't recover and you crash and die. So I think that's a disservice that really needs to be corrected, but that's just my personal opinion. All right, we're at 18,000 feet, so we can go off standard, 3050 across the board. Looks good. All right, we need to be below 19 and above 15 at Kinney, and we are. We're actually almost exactly on track right now at 280 knots. Looks good there. All right, Avitab. Remember the B-52 crash some years ago? It was a very steep angle and couldn't recover. Yep. All right, above 12,000. So we can set 12,000 here. And we're going to start reducing our speed now to 250 knots. Because that's the next requirement along this chain is balls at 250 and below 10. All right, we're going to be above 12 here, so now we can go, we're going to go ahead and bring this all the way down to 7. Because we need to be at 7,000 at 210 knots at music. Yeah, they don't teach spins in private either. Nope, that's not required until you do your CFI, actually, which is crazy to me. I mean, they do teach you like what to do if you get into a spin, but they don't actually make you practice it. Bud Holland was a mechanic and had no business being in that B-52. I lived near a Fairchild Air Force when that occurred. Yeah, I wasn't ready. Yeah. So it looks like we probably won't be in compliance with balls, actually. We're going to be too high here. You can fix that by increasing your speed. That would be in violation. So the other option here is we can add a little bit of speed brake here. That'll increase our descent. Benji Cruz says, welcome to business class, sir. Thank you so much for that support, man. I really appreciate that. That's freaking fantastic. Everybody, put your hands together and your emojis in chat. Flight Club patches if you got them for Benji. Really appreciate you helping support the channel, man. Really appreciate it. Is this free? No. This is not free. It's not released yet. We don't have a release date yet on it, but it's going to be coming soon. So keep an eye out. I'll be flying this more as we get closer to it as well. Yeah, landing light's going to come on as we're passing 10,000 feet. Perfect. And we're going to continue our descent here. Down to 7,000. And then at 7,210, we're going to switch over to our approach. This will be 4,000. All right, start slowing down. $210. The back seat's even more claustrophobic than the front. Yes. Yes. Yeah, 172 is not exactly the most roomy aircraft. 182 is more roomy, that's for sure. All right. We're coming up to 7,000. And get this speed brakes in here. And get ready to add some throttle to maintain 210. All right, 7,210 at music. That's in compliance. And then we're going to go heading bug over towards London or whatever it is, which we're passing music. All right, my coffee, appreciate it. If I'm still on when you're done, I appreciate it. You come back, but appreciate you stopping by and liking. I really appreciate it. All right, altitude going down to 4,000 now. And we'll do speed selection again. You hate instructors that go let go of the controls across their arms and wait for you to take control. That's what my brother had to experience. That's not a positive exchange of controls. That's actually horrible practice. You always have a positive change of controls. You have controls, I have controls, you have controls. Yeah, that's not a positive exchange of controls. A little bit of speed brakes here. Landing PA complete.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for landing.
All right, stereo cut on. 10 call, press for chime. Completed. Landing checklist, we'll get that. All right, let's get flaps down to 9. That'll help us get this descent down to 4,000. Go ahead and arm approach mode and switch from FMS to nav. Be heading mode for now until we get this course set. Course should be 021. Return heading of 060. Intercept the localizer. We'll maintain 4,000 until established on localizer, and we're cleared ILS 17 right approach. All right, we got the arm of the glide slope. How have you found the ERJ so far? I know you said you've been using it for nearly a week or now, or just about a week. Yeah, just about a week. I've been really enjoying it, personally. Really have. All right. Start slowing down now. I'm going to keep it bug 210 as our go-around speed. But we're going to let it start slowing down to our approach speed today. We should automatically capture the localizer. Actually, no, we're not yet. Now we'll capture localizer. We have it armed. Okay, localizer is captured. So far, man, I've been really enjoying them. Really have. It takes a lot more than just like an Airbus where you just click a few buttons and it kind of does everything for yourself, for you. This actually requires you to pay attention and fly. And I enjoy that. I enjoy actually having to fly the thing. And you learn the intricacies of what to do, what not to do as you get used to it. It is definitely different than your traditional, push the button and it flies itself. All right, we're at 180 knots at 4,000 feet. Stabilizing the localizer, waiting for glide slope capture. Oh, I do enjoy the CRJs as well. I have the Airsoft CRJs for Microsoft. And I do enjoy them. All right, glide slope's captured. We'll pull throttle back to idle. All right, speed gears will be next on the list here. Wait until we're 7.5 out. The ERJ was fun to hand fly, and the X-Plane 11 landings require some attention, kind of like the Q400. It sinks quickly. It will sink quickly, yes. But as you'll see in this landing, it's actually, as long as you hold that nose, you know, don't be flailing it around, it'll land quite nicely. All right, there's 7.5. Gear down. Flaps at 22. Approach speed will be 137. Tune our slow down to 137. All right, landing gear down 3 green. Speed brake is up and closed. Thrust rating verified TO1. Verified TO1. Flaps set 22 and missed approach bugs set to, as our missed approach can be 4,000. It's already set. Pre-landing checklist complete. Got the runway in sight. All right, guys, put it in the chat. What do you think I'm going to land? What do you think the landing rate's going to be? Let me know. It's 1,000.
Autopilot.
Got the aircraft.
Autopilot.
$500. $400. $300. Minimums.
Landing.
$100. $50. $40. $30. $20. $10.
Reversers out. Nose down. Braking. And reversers idle. Reversers in. And that is why I love this aircraft. It lands so nicely. It's so nice. All right, we'll get clear of the runway here. Flaps can come up. Overhead here, strobes off, landing lights off. Taxi stays on. And APU. And go on. Perfect. Is there a giveaway for who wins the closest landing rate? No, no giveaway yet. What plugin showed your landing stats? That is Sim Flight Tab. It's a separate program you can get. I might go in the wrong direction. I think I'm going the wrong direction on this taxiway. Or no, I can take this one right up here, I think. Yeah. No giveaway this time. No giveaway this time. Maybe next time. We'll see. But we do have a second leg we're going to be doing today, guys. So stick around. We'll get parked up at the gate. Then we'll actually check out that landing. We'll do a replay, and then we're going to do our second leg to Columbia. Columbia, South Carolina. If you guys haven't already, go and smash that like button for me. We are going for 40 likes, 40 likes tonight. That's a bit of a stretch, but I think we can do it. Man, I cannot wait for Fly Too High's Nashville scenery to come over to X-Plane. They're working on it right now. I will be ready and willing when that does. It is high time we get a good Nashville scenery here in X-Plane. And yeah, Georgia, you were close. You're so close to being correct. Close enough. We parked up one of these gates right up here on the front side. And then we'll get our transition going. Nice lady, happy we get to see the ERJ. This is a fun stream. Yeah, man. I appreciate you coming alongside and joining as business class. Really appreciate your support. Don't have to do that, and but it's really appreciated. And I appreciate everybody watching right now. We'll be doing a second leg here, heading to Columbia, South Carolina, and we'll be doing it on VATSIM. So if you're wanting to fly with me, go ahead and load up in Nashville. Just make sure you don't load up on the site that I'm parking in. Thanks for letting us jump seat with you. Absolutely. Let's see if I can find a parking spot that doesn't have a jetway pushing into it, like all of these appear to be doing. Is there going to be one? This is why I'm saying we need Fly Too High's Nashville scenery. I guess we'll just accept it. We'll just accept it as is. It is what it is. Yeah, sorry about the internet, guys. It's doing its weird thing again. My local ISP being stupid. It is what it is. All right. Hydraulics can come off. Engines off. Taxi off. Red beacon's going to stay on. Logo off. Stereo lights off. Fasten seatbelts. No smoking staying on. Shed bus, we're going to override. That's fine. Cool. And we'll go ahead and go to, before we do anything, let's go ahead and do our replay mode. And we'll watch this. Landing on replay. Let me fix that because that's just awful. See, I have it down. Maybe it's environmental. That's better. That's better, but still, it's still pretty ridiculous. Yes, yeah. If you replay on VATSIM, it'll actually move your aircraft around. So you want to do it when you're not on the network. I have not tested the new FSS update. I saw that today, and it's funny because I was planning on streaming this. So I was thinking maybe on Wednesday we might do that. So we're planning to do Microsoft on Wednesday, so... Beautiful. Oh, it's just so beautiful. Absolutely. And center line. Look at those reversers, guys. Oh, I love those type of reversers. Hold on. We gotta go back. We gotta watch that now. Levi, take the pilots. Maybe this is that jets. I don't know. Hey, man, I really appreciate that. $5, man. Watch this. Oh. Those reversers, man. These clamshell reversers. That's so cool. Oh, I love that. Freaking love it. All right. Enough of that. Actually, you know what? Let's do one more. Sorry, one more, and then we'll start prepping for the second leg here. That flickering, is that X-plane thing or the plane? It's probably a combination of both. Talking about this flickering thing? Yeah, it's anti-aliasing issue.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. I can almost feel that, like that, because I've flown these type of aircraft before. All right. Let's get our turnaround done here. Get more coffee. Awesome. Do it one more time. One more time. One more time. All right, let's get a sim brief. Let me get this next flight set up. All right, we'll be a PMOD again. And we're going to be, I don't know, let's see. 2145. That sounds like a good one. Go to Columbia, South Carolina. And we're going to be the ERJ-145. LR. I live in the Arctic, and Liminar never gives us like those live snow textures. Just started up X-Plane, and after dealing the XA Snow plug, an absolute frame killer, but looks nice. Well, you got to make that choice, I guess. I don't know. All right, we got that. We are going to pre-file this on VATSIM. X-Crafts should sell this to FSS so they can make more money on Microsoft. Oh, man. All right. Yeah, my internet keeps popping off. I apologize, guys. It's my ISP doing that. ISP doing that. But let's go ahead and get VATSIM loaded up here. What's going on, Tyler? X-Craft created the modeling to FSS. This is for FSS. Yep. Yep, that is true. And we do have tower online as well as departure, which is awesome. We just got our PDC. Like we're gonna have, oh yeah, looks like we're gonna have HC all the way, guys. Awesome. 18.6. So let's select here. 18.6. Move that over. And departures on 119.35. Got that set up. Standby. We're going to be 1332. One, 3, 3, 2. Perfect. What upload do you use? I use Sim Flight Tab. Sim Flight Tab. Excellent. Landing work in progress plane. Yep. Who keeps hitting the emojis? Good grief. All right, recorded by the tip and 4 departure, climb via SID. Expect 310 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 19.35. So we will go to our flight plan. Our origin is going to be Nashville today. Or for this flight, and destination is Columbia, South Carolina. And we're going to be departure. It didn't give us a expect what. So we're going to go, let's see what they're operating on. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. All right, so information echo is current. There, the some departure 2 left and 2 right. I'm assuming we're going to have 2 right here. And we're going to be the tip and 4 departure. Thank you. All right, tip and 4, tip in, and then review that. Make sure we end tip in, that's correct. Awesome. But flight plan. And we're going to be direct to
Tower November 860 Charlie Golf, ready to taxi.
Gulf, Quebec, Charlie.
November 860 Charlie Golf, Nashville Tower, runway 02 center, taxi via
What?
Kilo, Sierra 5, Tango 4, Sierra.
It should be Gulf, Quebec, Charlie. Is that not a waypoint?
Number 860 Charlie Golf, thank you. Just verify you're squawking 4561 and advise when you're ready for departure.
Gulf, Quebec. Oh, Oscar. Okay. That's my own fault. Oscar. There we go. I was like, oh, what is going on? I was misreading. That's what was happening. All right, then Charlie Alpha Echo. USA. Destination is there. And then we go to nav, arrival. We don't have an arrival into this, but we can expect, let's see what we can expect. Runway 29er. We'll do the ILS, why not? Unless you all want me to do the RNAV. Either one's fine. All right, and then initialization here. We want to go ahead and come over here. With the GPU activated here. I didn't turn on is the AP bleed, so that we're not dying of cold while we're on the aircraft. Attach the jetway here. Weight and balance. New load. Request. We'll load the plane. Takeoff performance. We are going to be out of Nashville today. Answer to right is what we're assuming we're going to get. What do we have for the ATIS? 350 at 3. Temperature -10. Ooh, it's colder here than it was in Oklahoma. QNH 3051. And takeoff weight today is going to be 4503. And we'll compute that. Send that to PDF.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this flight. We ask that you please stow your carry-on luggage in the overhead bins or under the seat in front of you. Please take your seats as soon as possible and ensure your seatbelt is securely fastened so we can have an on-time departure. Thank you and welcome aboard.
Oh yeah, Marco is fantastic. Yeah, he's the guy I've been talking with about the aircraft for obvious reasons. And yeah, he's a great guy. Been very transparent. Has told me, hey, we're still working on this. We're still working on this. This doesn't work. And yeah, is this ERJ in beta or is this Verizon, the full testing version? This is still early access beta. It is not there yet. It is not done. All right. So performance initialization is complete. Yep. And performance plan. It's done. Takeoff data 9. Takeoff weight looks good. And we've already pulled the P to that. Right. Just want to make sure. Yep. And send the PFD. Perfect. Version, not Verizon. I figured that's what you meant. All right. Parking brake is on. Pre-flight's complete. Emergency lights are in auto. Armed batteries, auto, electrical power, GPU or APU. We can disconnect from GPU now. We'll go back to APU. And nav lights on, hydraulics are off, MFD systems checked, flight instruments set, takeoff data. We'll go ahead and do that. Bring that up. It's bigger here. Is that not the? I thought this was the. Oh well. All right, takeoff data. Takeoff. Set that. We are -10 degrees Celsius outside. No ice. All right. Send the specs to Discord to get this over additively in the VA. We'll do, man. Not at the moment, but I will get it done for you. All right. Takeoff trims all axes. Let's make sure we get this set for takeoff 7. That looks good. Seatbelt sign and no smoking should be on at this point. Logo can come on. That looks good. And APU is on. GPU external air. We'll say everybody's now loaded on board here. We're going to attach jetway. And ground services, disconnect the GPU. Doors, windows are closed and locked beacon is on. Fuel pumps can come on, APU bleed open. So both fuel pumps should be on now. They are. AP bleed is open and running. Engine bleeds. Let's go ahead and close those. Those are closed. Packs are on. Thrust levels are idle. Confirm idle. Transponder TARA. And that'll be that right there. All right, let's go ahead and call our good old friends over at Better Pushback for a good old pushback. We're actually going to switch this up. Oh, I didn't complete it. Because we're expecting we're going to go 202 right.
All right, Captain. Got the directions. Let me know through the menu when you're ready.
All right, let's say we're ready.
Great
Start
news,
pushback.
Captain. Your tow's coming.
All right, Barrow, we're going to be actually 3051. We've got that. We've got Echo on board. And we're departing via the SID. So our SID today, we're going to bring up the airport's information and then our departure or the tip and for RNAV departure. So we need to be above 4,000 at Schwitt and then between 5 and 7 at K's. So we're going to put 7 is our first top restriction. So we're going to put 7 here. Yeah, I know. It drives from inside the wall. It doesn't make any sense, right?
All right. Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to
Doesn't make
connect.
any sense.
Is 35013, fly runway heading runway 2 center, clear for takeoff. Runway heading, clear for takeoff, center, 860 Charlie Golf.
We got that winching strap and adapter hooked up. Go ahead and let go of the parking brake when you're ready for a push.
All right. Let's go ahead and say we're ready.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
All right. We're starting to move. We are moving. Number 2, go and start. Release, close.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we have your attention for a brief safety demonstration. Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened, your seat back is upright, and your tray table is stowed. Please review the safety card located in the seat pocket in front of you. In the unlikely event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen mask will drop from the panel above you. Pull the mask down to start the flow of oxygen, place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally. Note that oxygen is flowing even if the bag does not inflate. Put on your mask first before assisting others. On this ERJ-145 aircraft, there are 4 emergency exits, 2 located in the front and 2 over the wings. Please identify your nearest exit. Keep in mind it may be behind you. In the unlikely event of a water landing, this aircraft is equipped with life rafts. Additionally, the slides may also be used as flotation
By the way, guys,
devices.
this is
Life vests are
custom
located below your seat.
safety briefing.
Thank you for your attention, and we wish you a pleasant flight.
Thanks to my
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your
wife,
parking brake.
who was kind enough to be the voice actor on that one. All the announcements
And we're
are
disconnecting the
her
tow.
now.
Give me just a moment.
So, I think that's cool. I don't know why it's not accepting that as good. 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Disconnect hand signals.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
All right, there we go. Get that on. I'll wait for one to finish up before I give pressure from it to the cabin. All right, there we go. And that can come on. And electric pump number 1 is also coming on. Shed bus is back to auto. Taxi lights on. Logo's on. Get rid of this guy there. And we should be ready for taxi. Let's check our checklist here. Actually, no, I need to set flaps down to 9. And then we'll do our check here. We've done all of that. After start, hydraulic auto GPU is off, removed. Ice section override is in auto. Pax bleed says it requires stereo light. Is that on? I don't know if I've flipped that on yet. I had not. So let's get that on. This is why we use checklists. Flight director AP roll, takeoff, AP off. So what we should do, we're going to test.
Autopilot.
Caution.
Autopilot.
Good. ECAS checked. And we're going to see check A1 performance. That's just because I have my brakes on right now. Aileron rudder neutral, pitch is 7 up, rudder free and clear, noticeable steering is verified, engaged. We've already done our second engine, AP bleed. It's closed. We can go ahead and turn off our AP now. Engine bleeds are open, cross bleed is in auto, packs are on, AP is off, shed bus is off. Eyes protection as required. All right, let's call ATC. Let's call the tower and get our taxi clearance here. Let me have my Avi tab up here so I can see. Nashville Tower, Piedmont 2145, taxi to right.
Piedmont 2145, Nashville Tower, good evening. Information Delta is current, runway 2 right, taxi via Tango 6, Lima, Romeo Hotel.
All right, we'll pick up Delta and we'll taxi to right via Tango 6, Lima, Romeo Hotel for Piedmont 2145. Okay, here we go. Let's grab Delta first. I'm going to do the good old text version here. Actually, it looks like Echo's current. Not sure why he said Delta, but all right, park your brake off. And there goes the A1 performance as we expected. And get a little bit of roll going here. And that is how fast you can do a turnaround in the 145. Honestly, it is. That's one of the things I really enjoy about it too, is the fact that it's so...
Cabin crew, cross-check, and all-call.
Easy to flip it around, I guess you could say. All right, so we're crossing Tango 6. And then this left here is Lima. And then Hotel Romeo. It's going to be a Romeo Hotel. So a left here on the Romeo. Yep, and then right on Romeo. Or sorry, right on Hotel. Hotel? Yeah, Hotel. Right on Hotel. And we'll taxi all the way down.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for takeoff.
I mean, why not? Strobes on, landing lights on, all lights and on.
Wind 3503 RNAV to Schwitt, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Schritz, runway 2 right, clear for takeoff, Piedmont 2145. Two right on the ground, 20 in the cockpits. Verify 50 and throttle lock. Gear up. Flaps up. Speed, AP. Over to departure, AP about 2145. See ya. And departure, AP about 2145, passing 3,500.
Piedmont 2545, Nashville departure. Good evening, radar contact, climate to 1,000.
I maintain 15,000 for Piedmont 2145. 15,000, there we are. Goodbye, Nashville. Yeah, guys, I really am enjoying flying this aircraft. She is climbing absolutely 4,400 feet per minute. She likes to fly. All right, let's do a climb now. That'll slow her down a little bit.
Number 6 0 showing takeoff, 8 mile from dock, turn left heading 050, within 3,000 feet established, cleared aisles right to left, proceed.
All right, 132, 55.
Cleared for ILS to left.
Will be Memphis.
3,000 until established. Get secure trail north.
Proceed 0 takeoff, turn left heading 050.
Left 050.
I'm a little light, yeah. That's it, like Toga the whole way, though. All right, lane lights come off, taxi lights off as well. Rest will stay on for now. So normally I would have been still at 7,000 feet, but he told me to climb 18,500. So he basically gave me an unrestricted climb there, which is fantastic. Love that.
Piedmont 2145, contact Memphis Center 132.55.
Oh, to Memphis Center 132.55, Piedmont 2145. See ya.
Bravo 350, welcome.
And Memphis Center Piedmont 2145, climbing through 13.5 for 15.
Piedmont 2145, Memphis Center, climbing to flight level 310.
Up to tree 10, Piedmont 2145. No, I'm not in Toga anymore. I'm in climb profile now. Yeah, I'm in climb thrust rating. You guys have it already? Go and smash that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. We're going for likes of 40 tonight. All right, we're past that. We can go flight level change now.
Descend maintain flight level 330, Delta 543.
Oh, guys, we're so close. We only got like 10 more likes to go. You guys have it already? Please smash that like button. We're so close to getting that 40. Looks like we don't. Oh no, Atlanta Center is online. So 132.975. 132.975. 975. There we go. Watching and listening, building a database at the moment as well. Been there, done that. All right, passing 18,000 and standard.
Memphis Center, Delta 2819, flight level 340. Delta 2819, Memphis Center, good evening, welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You are now free to move about the cabin. However, we recommend you keep your seatbelt fastened while seated in case of any unexpected rough air. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our cruising altitude and will begin our in-flight services. We offer a variety of complimentary beverages and snacks. We also have premium drinks and meals available for purchase. We accept all major credit and debit cards. Thank you for your attention. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Bye-bye, have a good night. American 3266, RNAV, Beal, runway 36 left, clear for takeoff.
All right. right, this should be a little shorter flight today. Or on the second flight of the day, it should be a little shorter than the first one.
7545, we're unable. It's very extremely hard to climb to flight level 390. Could we stay at flight level 370? American 7545, they'll probably maintain flight level 370. 370 for American 7545.
What am I using for announcements? Flight Sim Tab. Or sorry, Sim Flight Tab. Sim Flight Tab. It's a program that has a bunch of announcements, but you can customize them. So this is a customized set that I made. And that is my wife, actually, making those announcements. So those are all custom. And I have them for all of the different aircraft. I mean, from the ERJ-145 to the 737-800 to the Airbus A330, all of them. So big up to my wife for that, assisting with that.
American 3266, radar contact, say altitude. American 3266, roger, climb, maintain flight level 320.
Over to Atlanta Center, 132.97 for Piedmont 2145. Have a good one.
Direct on Zombie at 3000, clear the ILS approach for service 4 pilot.
GPS, I'll call you back. Call me, I'll call you back. Input 2, rudder contact altitude.
About 3000 for 8000 there. Heading 025.
Input 2, turn right check. Golfie, climb, maintain flight level 3. Correction 230 and delete speed of 6.
230, delete speed restrictions, and direct Golfie, Airbus.
American 1058, contact Washington Center 133.72.
Washington 132.72, American 1058, good night, thank you very much. Center, Delta 17, with you, flight level 140.
A lot of people talking on Atlanta Center.
Friday 1563, Atlanta Center UA. Delta 2755, you up?
Yeah, no deal.
2755, climb, maintain flight level 370. 370.
It's busy apparently.
Sort of 17, Atlanta Center, climb, maintain flight level 370. 295 Juliet, turn right.
135, but 925.
336 right, clear for takeoff. And,
925, 135.925 will be Jack's Center.
Dollar 2472, Indianapolis Center 128.22.
All right, cruise set. All right, we're going to go for 0.74 on the Mach on the cruise. Atlanta Center, Piedmont, 2145, 31.
United 2371, Atlanta Center, radar contact. Piedmont 2145, Atlanta Center, Walker. Virgin 781, center maintain 180 to center maintain 6000. 120, descend to 6000, Virgin 781. Dollar 302 to center maintain 4000. Dollar 302 to center maintain 4000. Traffic down there, Dollar 2979, looks like you're
Uh-oh.
Then 3000. Good evening, Delta 617 Heavies.
I'm actually going to get rid of this.
10,000 for 14,000. 2939, go ahead with the rate back.
Jeez.
Completely broken. I can't understand 0 by 5. I'm just going to type the instruction to give you a sec. Thank you.
Alright, didn't mean to do that. We still haven't quite reached our cruising speeds. Let's go ahead and get Columbia up. We just have to love that sim at times. Well, he needs a split is what he needs. He needs another controller on center. It would alleviate a lot of this. We're going to put... Alright, here we go. Now we can start slowing down. Love it. All right, so we don't have a arrival in the Columbia. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a fancy thing called determining your own top of descent. So here's how we're going to do it. Got a sheet of paper. I'm going to show you guys. All right, so we're at 31,000 feet. Right? Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. So we're at 31,000 feet. We need to descend to 2,500 feet by that initial approach fix. Okay? So the way we determine this is we subtract where we want to be, so the 2,500 from the 31. So in this case, that would be 2850, right? Yeah, 2850. So 28500. That is the amount of feet we need to, I guess you could say, descend. Right? Now, if we want a 2,000 foot per minute descent, right? We want 2,000 feet per minute. We could do the whole calculation of time and distance and do it and get perfect of, okay, we need to descend X amount of time from this waypoint at this speed, and we're gonna, hit it perfectly. You can absolutely do that. However, here's the way I do it, simplifies everything, okay? So what I do is I make the 28,500 to 28.5. Okay, basically take the thousands off. Then I multiply that times 3. So in this case, it would be, I'm going to use calculator just because it makes it faster. 85.5. Okay. So 85.5. Now, add 10. Okay? Then you just add an extra 10 onto it. Which means our top of descent needs to be 95.5 miles from that waypoint. So where you are minus where you want to be divided by 1,000 times 3 plus 10. So that lets me know when I go progress, I know when it gets, like, once we pass this waypoint, it's going to give me that waypoint, and I'll know when I need to descend based upon mileage. Now, you could do the time thing, which this will give me an estimate time of arrival, basically when I'm going to show up. And if I want to descend at 2,000 feet per minute, I could say, okay, now I need to take 28,500 divided by 2,000. So 28.5 divided by 2,000. It's going to be 14.25. So 14 minutes and 15 seconds. So just say roughly 15. Make it easy, right? 15 miles or 15 minutes from that waypoint. I start the descent. I'll hit it. So there's just a couple ways you could do it. So like right now, we're 23 minutes away. If I start sending at 15 minutes away, we should be good. And that's probably going to be close to 95.5. Let's see. Let's see. So we calculated 2 different ways our top of descent. I was told there would be no math. I don't know who told you that, but math is very much a part of flying.
Before we take off, I just wanted to let you know that we're going to do a run up on the runway. Okay, UPS 50, I'm going to ask you to disconnect because you've gone to the wrong runway and you're not squawking the right code and you're not reading the ATIS, so please just disconnect to save me some trouble, please. 422, expect runway 27 left. Say again, 422?
100% valid.
Runway 27 left. We expect to send on left on Delta 422. Number 153 Alpha Mike, do you have an approach request? Number 153 Alpha Mike, do you have an approach request? Yeah, November 153 Alpha Mike is GPS 28 runway.
And you know, I haven't heard this much of this amount of bad radio comms on VATSIM in a while. Oh, look, there's an aircraft.
Direct to I code in 2600. British 5217, turn right, heading the 23, actually 23 left, please. 350.
Looks more like a missile launch. Yeah, it looked a little weird, didn't it?
5217, turn right heading 270 to center maintain 4000. Right heading 270 down to 4000, pushing 5217. Front end flight 2498, cross Glavin, Christian Crumb chipper at maintain 13,000, the airline altimeter is 3038.
All right, 4 more minutes to go. What are your thoughts on the sounds of the ERJ will need to pack? I think the exterior sounds when you're flying are ridiculous. Like, maybe that's what it actually sounds like. Like, it's just not pleasant. Right? Inside, I think it sounds fine. But the exterior just... it's too much. It needs to be reduced.
1337 during Charlotte Airport and advise when you have the airport in sight. During Charlotte Airport and will advise when airport is in sight. November 1 5217, it's going to be the visual approach for runway 23 left, the center maintain 3000. Down to 3000 and visual 23 left, 5217. And then 5217, turn right, heading 050. Running 050, pushing 5217. Speed 921 Atlanta Center, climb maintain, flight level 330.
Yeah, I think the interior sounds fine.
227 heavy, clear direct Haynes, descend and maintain 6000. For Haynes, 6000, first speed 227. Well, limit on 627 at 14. Got a 627 Atlanta Center, climb maintain, flight level 330. Up to 330, no 627.
That's what I thought. The exterior sounds like the FSS generic jet sounds. Throwback.
7000, g'day. Can you, I can't have you going Mach speeds. Can you reach that altitude, not going Mach? Okay, so now climb maintain flight level 45 and do not exceed Mach 0.1. Center, rip line 60s, flow level 230, setting 11,000.
All right. 2 minutes. Oh, you know what? We're gonna go off the time because we have a tailwind. I have 155 freaking knots.
Cross chipper at 1 or 1 repeat that, and altimeter is here for Delta 513.
Man, tonight's just been bad. On bad set. I mean, I'm hearing some stuff. It's just not great. Yeah, we're streaming.
Brookline 60, November, Papa Juliet. Okay, what was it, on it for 2 or 2-0? Sorry, say again, Brookline 60. Was the on-end approach for runway 2 or runway 20? On-end runway 2, Brookline 60. Okay, good speed 921, maintain 280 knots for traffic, left. 350 or 3. GPS 58, no pressure, push the top, close string 5217, turn right heading 070. Right heading 070, street 5217.
Just needs to get walloped.
Turn
He's definitely not 16.
3000.
Right, 330 is only mentioning 3000 Delta Photos.
Seabed 227 heavy, crosshaves at 5.
Normally I'm like, hey, we'll help you, we'll get you learned. But listen, if he tells you to disconnect and you don't, that's it. And then you just keep calling. No. Nope. Wallop. Get him out of here. All right, so this is giving me top to climb here. So let's see if that works out.
Cleared direct to Yoke and cross Yoke at around 2,900, clear the on bridge. Okay, cross Yoke and above
If we get approved.
2,900 or above, and direct Yoke cleared RNAV runway 02 bridge, Brookline.
Center November 137. 337, I have the airport in sight. 137.
November 1337, clear visual approach, runway 36 right, runway 36 right, clear to land.
This approach. Runway 36 right. 137.
Yep, clear to land. GPS 144 to San Jose, flight level 283.
Flight level 280, 144.
3056, line of Sunny Day. Delta 422, maintain 210. Delta 422, maintain 210 knots and report the field inside.
210, we're report field inside Delta 422.
Let's go frontier second.
We are getting
2498, expect runway 26 right.
Expect runway 26 right, fly 2498.
Delta 543, expect 26
I've tried to call, guys.
Roger, we'll expect 26 right for Delta 543.
I can't get in. I can't get a word in. Atlanta Center, Piedmont 2144, top descent.
Piedmont 2144, cross 55 miles north of the Columbia Airport at 11,000. Columbia altimeter is 3025.
I request 55 miles from the airport to 10,000, Piedmont 2145. Oh, 11,000. Sorry about that. Piedmont 2145.
Delta 200, Atlanta Center, climb maintain flight level 290. Sorry, did you have a request? I might have missed it. I did not. Level 290.
All right.
Thanks. November 153, Alpha Mike, runway 28, cleared to land.
28 cleared to land for 153 Alpha Mike.
Clear Street 5217, advise when you have the field inside. We have the field inside, Clear Street 5217. Clear visual approach, runway 23 left, and runway 23 left, clear to land.
Dark out there now.
Visual 23 left, clear to land, 23 left, Clear 5217. 455, contact Washington Center 133.72.
Washington Center 133.72, happy birthday.
Got a 651, contact
Happy birthday.
128.22.
22 over to Indy 651 today.
Got a 617, Indy Center 128.22.
Indy 12822 Delta 617, have a good night, we'll see ya.
Delta 422, join the final at or outside of...
We're getting whipped around a little bit.
Cleared visual approach from like 27 left.
Connect the final outside of Streetburg and then for the visual 27 left, Delta 422.
Seabed 227 heavy, contact tower 119.1.
119.1, Seabed 227 heavy.
Runway flight 2498, descend and maintain 12,000.
All right, so 55, we want to be 11,000.
Jedi 4 arrival, the Atlanta altimeter is 3041. Got a 3056. Thank you. UPS 4144, contact Indy 128.22.
12822, have a good night. 144.
Good night, Delta 1545, Washington 133.72.
Why do you start talking when someone's talking?
Washington Center 133.72.
Why would you do that?
172 to 54 foot.
Out of 2755, Washington 133.72. G'day, Delta 17, Washington 133.72.
This might be an interesting land, you guys. A little gusty down there in Columbia. What's going on down there? I don't know, man.
See you, Delta 422, contact Tower 1119.1.
Tower 119.1, Delta 422, have a good night.
Delta 543, descend and maintain 12000. Descend and maintain 12000, Delta 543.
AMD Southwest 1962. Flight level 250 for flight level 3.
All right, 108.3.
Southwest 1962, Atlanta Center, welcome.
0.3. 08.3. Both of those.
Still static. Friday flight 2498, reduce speed at 210. Friday flight 2498, reduce speed to 210. I'm sorry, I think that's definitely you. Just verify speed 210. Verify 5 aircraft calling. Piedmont 2145, contact Jacksonville 135.92.
Over to Jacksonville 135.92, Piedmont 2145. See ya.
See ya.
Jacksonville Center, Piedmont 2145, descending through 23 for 11.
Piedmont 2145, Jacksonville Center, hello. The Columbia altimeter is 3025. Expect the visual approach runway 29er.
3025 will expect visual 29er for Piedmont 2145. All right. So we're going to expect a visual. We'll keep the ILS in here just as a precautionary. All right, let's get back here. Checklist, descent checklist, altimeter set, preservation field elevation. Field elevation is 236. There we go. ILS is in.
Jacksonville Center today, United 689 Heavy, 14.1, climbing 16,000.
United 689 Heavy, Jacksonville.
See, that's a kid,
Climb and maintain
right?
flight
We
level
all understand that's a kid. You can hear it in his voice.
230 United 689 Heavy.
But he knows what he's doing.
American 9.
He knows what he's doing. That's the key.
AT waypoint and maintain 11,000. The Tampa altimeter 3031. And Center's up 1275. Back with you. Apologies for the extended delay. Up 1275, Roger.
American 1327, we're on back.
American 1327, Roger.
All right, 3029 is the altimeter.
And American 9er 5, cross the Métis waypoint at maintain 11,000. Tampa altimeter 3031.
About to cross to 18,000 here.
Envoy 3934 wind 3008, Gust 18, runway 21, clear to land. 21, clear to land, up 3934.
There's 18. 3029. 3029 set. All right. Pressure set, fuel panel, balance, burn off checked. We'll check that. 60-pound difference, it'll be fine. Arrival briefing completed, landing data speed set. So we're going to be landing there. My 29er, wind 340 at 8. QNH 3029. Landing weight, what were we going to land today with? It's saying 42,100. Compute that. And send that to PDF. Perfect, that's loaded in.
41 heavy, contact Atlanta Center, 132.907, we'll see you.
Going to Atlanta Center.
TWA 123, contact Atlanta Center, 132.907, we'll see you.
All right, seatbelt side, shoulder harness is on. I don't have any. I should probably get some. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Seatbelts on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats and ensure your seatbelt is securely fastened. Thank you.
Sorry, could you repeat the QNH at Tampa for 90905? American 90905, the Tampa altimeter 3031. Roger, thank you. Piedmont 2145, flying present heading, vectors for approach, descend and maintain 4000.
Flight present heading, vectors for approach, descend and maintain 4000, Piedmont 2145. All right, 4000 set.
Center, United 689 heavy, level off flight level 230.
United 689, climb and maintain flight level 330.
Flight level 330, United 689 heavy.
Gear 5 Mike Golf, runway 34, taxi via Delta.
It's dark out there.
Envoy 3934, welcome to Hilton Head, turn right when able to the ramp.
Hilton Head, nice. It's a fun airport to fly into.
Delta 2175, cross Journey at maintain flight level 210. Sorry, Delta 1275. Delta 1275, affirmative.
There's the airport.
To maintain flight level 210. Right down to 210, Delta 1275. I was going to say, if you want to simulate ramble, we can do that too.
All right, speed. Set 240 on descent for now.
Delta 627, Jacksonville Center, welcome.
Here comes 10,000. Lights coming on.
Yeah, Center from Delta 1275, did you want to set 280 knots? Delta 1275.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for landing.
Roger, speed minus question 1275.
All right, below 10,000, we'd like to slow the aircraft down to 210, unless otherwise requested.
JetBlue 1822, Jacksonville Center, welcome. Air 5, Mike Golf, fly runway heading, wind 320 at 8, runway 34, clear for takeoff.
It's too bright. $93 for 4.
American 995, contact Miami Center 132.20.
Jackson, good evening, 691, 23.5, 4360.
JetBlue 1691, Jacksonville Center, welcome. Climb and maintain flight level 360.
Climb and maintain 360, JetBlue 1691.
Delta 1275, contact Washington Center 133.72. Over to Washington, we'll see you next for the excellent services. Delta 1275.
8,000 for 4.
Airport site, you're 12 o'clock and 8 miles. Report in sight.
We've got the field inside, PMOD 2145.
Piedmont 2145, clear visual approach, runway 29er, report turning final.
All right, clear visual 29er will report turning final, PMOD 2145. All right. Basically, we could do whatever the heck we want. That's basically what he did. Dynamic Dewey, hello, welcome aboard. Yeah. Not high. Do well.
Air Canada 1027, Jackson, welcome.
We're coming in on this side.
407, descend and maintain 13,000, the Jacksonville altimeter 3034.
They're a little busy, yeah. All right, let's get flaps 9 in, and that'll help us drop. Dynamic Duo, so I don't have any other experience but with these. And this isn't released yet. But when this is, they're fantastic. I think they're well worth it. The E-Jets, though, like the 170, 75, 190, 95, I haven't flown those yet, the version 2s or whatever. So I can't give you a good, idea on that yet.
Mike Golf, you can proceed direct the Crestview VOR, climb and maintain flight level 240.
Two. I'm trying to do better research before buying X-Plane add-ons because I recently bought the A350 without reeling. That did pretty bad. Yeah, that'll bite you in the butt for sure. Let's go ahead and reduce speed to 180.
I'm sorry, Delta 19.
I can see it. I can see where I am.
Just make sure, like, we can wait, how much for the cyclers?
I can see where we are.
I'm sorry, I don't understand your question. So say that one more time.
We're getting kind of close to the top of the stand. Should we expect the stock clearance?
Delta 919 Mike. I typically don't descend people for about another 50 miles. But if you'd like, at pilot's discretion, descend and maintain flight level 300.
No, that's good numbers. Just make sure we're not losing anything. So yeah, we can take about the same 7 nautical miles.
November 3 Tango Whiskey, cross the Journey waypoint at and maintain flight level 210.
Cross Journey at 210, November 3 Tango Whiskey.
I do not have the flight factor 777, though I'm curious about getting it because I've got some add-on stuff that would work with it. Come on, give me a heading. There we go. And Jacksonville Center, PMOD 2145, turning final.
PMOD 2145, thank you. Wind 340 at 8, gust 16, runway 29er, clear to land.
Runway 29er, cleared land, PMOD 2145.
Autopilot.
Caution.
Autopilot.
In November 5 Mike Hotel, descend and maintain flight level. 5 Hotel Mike, descend and maintain.
It's actually right here off my nose.
Roger, sir, leave flight level 380, flight level 30015.
Gear down.
United 1730 Jack Center, you check in.
Flights 22. That is not the right airport. That's the right airport. Yep.
United 1730 Jack,
I thought the original turn was correct. My second turn was bad. %, yeah. XP72 was a co-pilot, and he was flying. I was monitoring. No, he didn't vector me at all. He just gave me visual approach on the other side of the freaking airport, which is actually... I don't think that's actually legal, but it's fine. Yeah, my first turn was correct. That second was not.
1681 Hotel Jack Center, go ahead.
All right, landing rates in chat, guys. Landing rates in chat. What do you think I'll land?
1681 Hotel Jack Center, clear to Richmond Airport as filed. Maintain 3000, expect flight level 370, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is with me, squawk 7374.
decent crosswind here. There's no giveaway.
81 Hotel readback is correct. Runway 36. Call me back ready for taxi.
There is no giveaway.
And who is the United calling? At 1621 Jackson, or welcome.
$500.
At 689, that's fine. Let me know you're back.
$400.
Delta 627, descend via the Grinch 5 arrival. Orlando is landing north, altimeter 3027.
Full descend via the Grinch 5, landing north.
200.
Citation 5, Hotel Mike, descend via the Seinfeld 3 arrival.
100.
3027.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Delta 1,
Thrusters engaged. Nose down. Brakes active.
Seinfeld 3 arrival. Orlando altimeter 3027.
Thrusters idle. Inversors in.
Piedmont 2145, welcome to Columbia. Right turn radio will ramp this frequency.
All right, turn enable and ramp this frequency. Piedmont 2145.
Sun Country 407, turn right heading 060, descend to maintain 4000.
Dang, 3 off. You're close, man. You're close.
Southwest 2213, contact Atlanta Center 132.907. We'll see you.
Sun Country right, descend to 132.
All right, we're going to stop here for a second. Your dome light on. APU started. The .69 got me. Yeah, it sure did. Sure it did.
Jacksonville Center, Trax 910, heavy flight will
FedEx 910, Heavy Jackson, welcome.
Strobes off. Landing lights off. Taxi lights stay on. Logo will stay on. Always had to, I guess it's. Oh, man.
November 1 Tango Sierra, Jacksonville Center, hello. Climb and maintain flight level 3900.
How about this? You win a copy. I'll give you one. You win a copy of the absolutely wonderful Level Up 737. Hit me up on Discord now, and I'll shoot the link over to you. Fantastic aircraft. Fly it all the time. Worth every penny.
Alright, had 2 people call in. Citation 81 Hotel, runway 36, taxi via Bravo. And then who was the other one?
You have the 738, but do you have the 737 and the 736 or the 739?
To the Charlotte Douglas Airport as filed. Maintain 3000. Expect flight level 31010.
Oh, this is horrible taxiing. I'm just kind of winging it at this point.
Is with me, Squawk 0721.
Because this isn't really, I don't know. I don't know if this is probably just the worst tag. The worst parking job of all time. Let me disconnect for bats. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The best parking job right there of all time. Oh, man. All right. Let me stop this. Let me stop this. Let me get this going. We're going to look at the replay. Don't worry, guys. We're going to watch that landing. 110 won't park again. But yeah, this is why you need to go to my video I made about top free add-ons, and you need to get Sam for your marshallers and stuff, because otherwise you're gonna park like a horrible person. Yeah, you should absolutely try Level Up, man. Much higher quality textures. It doesn't have everything the Zebo does, but it's really close. It's built off the Zebo. SAM free. Open SAM is free, yes. OpenSAM is free. All right, let's go to replay mode. Let's get a look at this landing from the exterior point of view. It's great because you get things like 736. Yeah, man. The level up's fantastic because you get 737 600, 737 700, 737 800, 737 900. Yeah. Oh no, and they're horrible. That's what I'm saying. The exterior needs dramatic help on the sounds. Oh, 900 yard. Yeah. So go. If you haven't already, go watch my top 10 free add-ons video. And I cover the level ups and others as well. What I want to see here is, how did I do on my crosswind correction? It felt a little off, to be honest. Yeah, a little bit more ailerons into the wind and it would have been fine. So I wasn't exactly center line, but really not bad. I didn't mean to get rid of the bar. And then after that, guys, we're not done yet. So just so you know, we're not going to do another flight, but I do want to show you this airport because hidden in the darkness. Oh yeah, no, that's actually pretty good. Tower view and zoom in. That's a good point. That's a good point. You don't have this horrible sounds. Yeah, I'm gonna actually send him a message. No. What's going on, Gelato? A little bit of an artifact thing going on there, but yeah, beautiful. I'm telling you guys, this thing lands fantastic. And you know the secret of why it lands so well? I want you to look at that landing gear. See how it's backward facing like that? Those are known, those are known to be smooth landing aircraft. And this is one of those that are known to be smooth landing aircraft. So fantastic. All right. Let's toggle replay mode here. Let me get out here. And what I want to do now, get this daylight back. All right. So I wanted to showcase this. I forgot I was going to get here in the dark, but this is actually another one of Fly number 2 highs airports. And look at this terminal, guys. Custom made terminal. I mean, come on. Looks freaking awesome. So unique. I mean, you don't get that. You don't get that in the default. So unique. Great looking ramp area. And of course, you have all the details. You have the UPS ramp that's over there. The runways, the taxiways, all that. Looks like a little FedEx, I don't know, -8 maybe, -6, something like that. I guess that's the FedEx ramp. You'll know my specs if you go exclamation point specs in the chat, like I just did. It'll get you that. But yeah, so you got your terminal. It goes all the way to here. All your gates. You got your parking lots. I mean, it's all here, guys. It's all freaking here. FBO is here. Fire station is here. It's all here. Oh, and this one. So Eagle Aviation Maintenance. Guess what? You can go through it. Yep. It's open. You can park inside of it. Actually, in the 3080 is old. I need to update that. That is not my current specs. I have an RTX, not RTX, a Radeon 9070 XTX. I would love to see Swiss try to fit something. Oh, he would try to fit like a 747 or something into it. It wouldn't work though. You got Eagle. This is FBO over here. You got the aircraft inside here. All kinds of stuff. I mean, really, really, really well done. You know, when Fly2High does something, it's not just like just the terminal area. He does the whole freaking airport. So if you guys are looking for a good Columbia, another good regional destination, this is a great airport to choose. I've flown down here a couple times when I've been flying with the 145. So yeah, and there's great details. When I fly to Birmingham next, another good regional flight. I've got Fly2Highs of Birmingham as well. And I want to show you guys the detail that he went into that. It's insane, the detail that he went into in Birmingham. And I'm sure the detail is the same here. I just don't know it as well as I know Birmingham because I've been to Birmingham personally several times. So, but anyway, guys, that is going to wrap up this stream. I do hope you guys enjoyed. We're going to go back into replay mode. And we're going to see this from the right point of view as we come into land. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit until we get here. And that is going to do that. Perfect. All right, face is going to go away. Music's going to play. And that's going to wrap it up for this evening stream. Don't forget, guys, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you would like to become a channel member, as low as $2 a month, you get free early access to videos like the top 10 free add-ons video I put out, or the recently released VATSIM first flight as well. One video coming soon. Whoa, I don't know what that was. Video coming soon is going to be the top 10 free add-ons for Microsoft Flight Simulator as well. So if that interests you, consider becoming a channel member. I appreciate all you who supported me today. Benji, thank you for becoming along as a business member of the Flight Club. Man, I really appreciate it. I love the early 90s airport terminal upgrades. Huntsville, Savannah, Carlson. Abso-freaking-lutely. Yep. Really unique. Much love. Great job. Appreciate it, Georgia. Thank you all for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And hope you're joining me over on Discord. ! Discord in the chats. But until next time, guys, I'll be Wednesday, most likely. Join Discord and you'll find out more information there. Thank you all for flying with me. And I'll see you all next time up in the sky.